and welcome to JG's Fight Talk. And with me today, Beccy, the Firebomb Ferguson. How you doing, Beccy?
Hi, how's it going? You okay?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yourself?
Yes, I'm very well. Thank you very much.
Interesting times.
It is at the minute, yeah. It's looking positive now. I'm hopeful everything's going to start getting better. So a bit of normality will be good.
Yeah, it must be strange, not having the gyms open and having all that going on, and got the kids
Yeah, I
at
think.
home, homeschooling.
I've got a little one that's 1, Sienna, and then I've got my son Cassian who's 3. So he's at nursery sort of part time. But it is quite tough. It is tough, especially with not things being open and stuff. Like I like taking them to the zoo or like just general things that you can't actually do at the minute. It's just so surreal. And as for my little baby girl, well, she's been born pretty much all through lockdown, so it's just she's not seen, I don't think, anybody without a mask on. It's really weird. So but yeah, I'm hopeful everything's gonna change a little bit, hopefully. So
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Especially for the kids, because although they're hearing about what's going on, they don't really get the bigger
we
picture.
don't understand. Yeah, that's what I mean. My little boy's just like, Mummy, why can't we go? Like, why can't we go to the zoo? I'm like, babe, it's lockdown. You can't go. I'm like trying to I think, God, he's only 3. Like it's just it's not fair. But I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? I'm grateful that I've got my loved ones and we're all still okay. So I've got to be thankful for that. But it's just I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, it's very odd. We've got 4 kids, me and my wife. So we've got from a 15-year-old down to a 5-year-old. So
Oh wow, cool.
we can't wait for them to go back to school.
I know, yeah, that time off.
But it's just one of those things. It's one of those things. But
definitely.
You hail all the way from Shrewsbury?
I am indeed. I am from Shrewsbury. Yep. Yes.
Yeah. So have you always lived there? That's been your...
I have, yeah. I've always lived in Shrewsbury. I'm actually planning on, well, I've got to move on the way, moving to Stoke, hopefully in the next month, which will be strange for me, but it's going to be closer to my gym at Impact. So it's a very good move for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Shrewsbury. I've been here all my life, so it's a nice little town, really.
Yeah.
It is nice.
No. But as you say, you've been moving closer to your gym, but if we go right back, it all started with jiu-jitsu, I believe, about the age of 6.
It did, yeah, at primary school. I used to do jiu-jitsu. I started just as like my mum wanted to get me involved in something. Actually, originally it was ballet, but I just didn't take to it as well. I like dancing and stuff, but I didn't take to it as much as I think I was just a little angry kid, so I needed to release something. But the jiu-jitsu was brilliant. Did that for a good couple of years. I got to, I think it was purple belt, I think.
Okay.
And then I went on to secondary school, so it sort of faded off for me then. And then and then it was MMA after that. So
okay. How long?
Yeah, I didn't do any fights, but I probably trained for about a year on and off.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that, but yeah, I don't know, something about getting elbowed in the face. I don't know. I don't think I can take that. Punches in the face all day long, but like not an elbow, I don't think, or a knee. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But that was really good. But I knew then, obviously, from there that it was more the stand up that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
So when the boxing side of things started coming in, and then there was boxing gyms as well in Shrewsbury, the MMA gym Spartan, it was by from Dougie Wildman's gym. It was he closed it down. So we had to sort of like, what now? So we ended up going to a boxing gyms, and it was through Roddy Doran to begin with. And that's where I sort of had my first fight really from there, and it just I carried on, but then having the kids in between, it's kind of been staggered and stuff. So it's been a bit of a weird journey for me so far, but the best's yet to come, I think, for me. So I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think you did the right move, moving away from ballet, by the sounds of it. Not enough punching in ballet, is there, to be honest?
No, I don't think so. I'm not that elegant either, really. So I think being a boxer is a bit better for me.
Yeah. So you've probably done all right in the sense of fitness-wise. It all comes with that, and your balance, and and that side of things is already in your game. So it's just learning those sort of boxing fundamentals, really, isn't it?
Definitely. I think there's a lot to the craft anyway with boxing, so there's a lot of stuff that you can add to it, from different exercises to different sorts of things, gymnastics, all sorts of things are all very helpful, I reckon. So everything's a positive on that side of things, definitely.
So in regards to sort of amateur experience, semi-pro experience, where have you sort of been in regards to that sort of thing?
So when my white collar, it was white collar, semi-pro, whatever you want to, unlicensed. That was, I've had 6 fights in that, lost 2, and then turned with Beaver and had 1 there, and then I lost that one against Ellie Colson from Chris Boyle's gym at Xbox. Again, obviously really good girls, so I take no shame in that loss, because obviously she was amateur champions, lots of different things that she'd accomplished already at such a young age, and with me, with only sort of having six fights, I was proud to be able to go the distance, and it was all right. I didn't embarrass myself, I don't think so. I was proud of that. So I've done a lot of training. I think obviously a lot more training, from 6-7 years of training on and off, and only having that many fights. But it's just learning for me, I think. Some people are naturally talented for it. Me, I've got more of the heart and determination, I think, than the natural talent. But it's coming. You can teach boxing. You can't teach heart and determination. So I think I'm onto a winner. So everything's going really well. Well now.
You look at a lot of boxers, don't you? And heart and determination is, there's a lot of them out there, isn't there, that are built on that sort of thing. So
definitely.
As you say, you can't teach that, but when you're backed into a corner, or you're going for a difficult round, or whatever during a fight, to have that is a massive asset. So
it makes a big difference, I think.
That will drag you through so much,
through the trenches. Yeah, definitely.
So how did you get on with your white collar? I know you were saying you lost 2 of them, but how did you did you enjoy them right from the off? Was that something you?
Yeah, it was, to be honest. I think with my first ever one, I kind of rushed for it myself. I shouldn't have really had it, really. But I was like, no, I'm ready. I really want to fight. I'm really ready.
I've been there.
Yeah, and then I got in there, and it was a good fight, but I lost it. And to be fair, the pain, not the physical pain, but like the inside pain I felt that night and the next morning, like I can just remember, I'll never forget it. Like lying in bed, I didn't want to get up. Like I didn't want to face the world. It was just it was the worst feeling in the world. But if anything, it sparked me to be like, right, well, that's it then. Like I am not feeling like this ever again, or let's learn from this and carry on. So it was a big point for me, I think, to have lost the first ever fight I had, to be how far in it and how dedicated I am in it now shows me an awful lot about myself, actually, when I say that. So yeah. But then after that, I went on and won from that. I had three or four wins in a streak. And then I went for an area title on the most recent one. And that was a close fight. It was only by 1 point. But I lost that one. To be honest, I'm not bitter or anything. I do think I won it, but it's one of those. Maybe a rematch one day, but I don't know. Obviously, it's a bit different now that I can't know. So, but it is what it is. Again, I learned from that. So, with that fight, I was a lot more on the ropes and sort of keeping my arms up and defending and stuff, which I still believe, it's not seen as the right thing. So it's just all learning for me. Obviously, the lack of experience in the fights, I think, is maybe a downside, but I do a lot of sparring. I'm always in the gym. I'm around guys. I'm around decent, top quality guys like Jamie Stewart, Cash Buttery, all these, like Jamal, all these brilliant guys. And they're all quality. And I get so much respect from them all in the gym that I'm at, that I can just learn off all these people. So I'm really grateful to be surrounded by who I am surrounded by. So, and at Scott Lawton's gym, I mean, I'm just well proud to say that I'm from there. So it's the best.
No, as I say, good for you. And when you're in those sort of fights, you know, and you come that close, it makes you more determined, doesn't it? I've only done ultra wide collar myself, you know, but I want to have another one just because I got a draw, so that's made me
you've got
worse
something
than you, because a draw you kind of think, oh, that was even nearer. Do you know what I mean?
You just go that little bit more than it was.
My wife's like, oh, we can't go through that again, and I'm like, oh,
you're gonna have to get back in there. You can't just leave it like that.
You
can't leave it like that.
You have to have that argument with her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll cover you. I've got you back on that one.
But no, yeah, even I won't win that fight. I know that one. So yeah, it's kind of what's happening next. What's next for Beccy Ferguson?
So what's next is just get all this stuff gone through.
So it's all the paperwork, all the
I mean, you know, all the paperwork's been sent off, the license still been paid for and stuff. It's just waiting for the dates on the medicals and things like that. Which hopefully should be soon. Because they've been pretty quick in their responses and stuff. So I'm really excited for it. Really, I'm training so hard. So I'm fit as a fiddle. Like me and my coach John Edmonds, we are thrashing everything possible. I feel like the best I have in my whole life.
Yeah.
And I'm really anxious to just get out there now and just show how much I've improved, how much I've learned, like how much I've grown. I think inside the ring and outside the ring, a lot of life changes have been made for me and stuff. So I'm doing really well. So I'm just proud to be where I'm at the minute. But what's next is hopefully titles, maybe one day. I don't know. Just we'll see. But I'm going to give it everything my best shot. So that's what's coming. So
well, that's all you can do, isn't it? That's all you can do is give something your best shot and see how it goes. You know.
Yeah.
You look at the women's boxing now. I don't like to say women's boxing because it's boxing, but it's kind of it's taking its own platform now, which is amazing.
Definitely.
You know, and you know, you've got Eddie Hearn who's trying to get the headline shows. You know, with Katie Taylor, and you know, there's some great. You know, Terry Harper, fantastic.
Yeah, Terry Harper, definitely.
Savannah Marshall, another one. You know, they've got it, haven't they? Natasha Jonas,
definitely.
Another one as well.
I love Natasha Jonas.
Yeah. I've got her on next week.
No way.
Yeah, I thought I'd put that in. But yeah, who's the sort of person you look to in the sport? You know, you're at the start of your career. You look at these people. You know, you've all started from the same. You know, you're all coming through in the same way.
Yeah.
Some did the Olympics. You know, some have just come straight in. You know, who's that sort of person you look at?
To be honest, I don't want to. I hope it doesn't sound disrespectful. I appreciate everybody else that's in the sport, but I just concentrate on myself.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, Terry Harper, I follow her on a lot of her stuff. I believe she is a very quality technical, just so talented.
And a machine in the
but
gym.
I grew up with my inspirations of people and stuff. I kind of grew up with like the men's side of things. It was like Mike Tyson, Joe Calzaghe, which is sad, really. I wish women were around when I was growing up, sort of to watch from boxing, because you know, I feel like I came just at the wrong time. Really, I've come when everybody else is coming, so it's a bit difficult for me to kind of answer that with like. I do love that women have come through, and Katie, like all of them, they're just brilliant. They're all amazing. Do you know what I mean? But I'm in there now in that same thing. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to say that anyone's anything, because you never know what will happen in the future one day. So you don't know,
want to buy your card, do you?
I don't want to be like, you know, they're so good, and then it comes to it, and I've got the off chance of, you know, going against one of them, and then they're like, yeah, you said how good I was. I'm like, oh man. But no, I mean, I've got so much respect for women and what they've done for the boxing. So like, and it's given up women like me a chance. Do you know what I mean? So I respect all boxers and the women. Just full credit to all of them, because I mean, yeah. Well, I think, like you say, they're on a different we're on another platform, so it's not even like we're in the same. Like you say, it's women's boxing, which it's not actually like that bad to say, because you know, we're in our own category of stuff. You know, so and we give just as much as the guys do, if not more, you know. So if anything, because it's that bigger point to prove that we deserve to be in there. So and I believe that's how it's seen now, so that it's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the future's bright for women's boxing, definitely.
Oh yeah. As I say, Eddie's really kind of put the platform together for it, isn't he? And
Definitely.
he's sort of at the forefront of getting the women where they need to be. And we
Yeah,
see Katie Taylor, like a phenomenal fighter.
absolutely.
You can't
Absolutely.
see anyone beat her, in my opinion, at the moment.
No,
She's just
no.
in a league of her own. So, one day I might be sat here saying Beccy Ferguson
Beccy Ferguson,
is
she's
one up there.
absolutely amazing. But you never know. But
Well,
yeah,
this is it. We can only dream, and we can only put the hard work in and see where we go, can't we? So
exactly,
you know,
exactly. And that's all I'm doing. So I go to bed sleeping happy at night, knowing that I'm doing all I can for my family,
yeah,
for my little children, and just for myself to know that I'm not going to have any regrets at the end of this. I'm doing what I love to do. So I'm just going to keep pushing forward, constant, and just see what happens.
yeah. No, well, hats off to you, Beccy. I wish you all
Thank
the
you.
best for the future, and
Thank you very much.
love to the kids and the family. I hope they're all
And to
okay
yours.
with everything
Thank you.
going
And
forward.
hopefully we'll be able to meet up soon. And hopefully, it won't be so
Yeah, we'll
all
get
Zoom
to a show.
calls and yeah, I know it'll actually be in person, so it'll be good. But yeah,
Yeah, as I say, I spoke to Nicola Hopewell the other day, and she said Beccy is, what she says she is, and she's very good. She spars
thank
well,
you.
she works hard at the gym, and that's coming from,
Bless her heart. No, it's ditto right back to all those girls there. Holly Towell, Ellie Colton, Nicola, honestly, all brilliant. And I've got a lot of respect for them, for all them girls. So they're all gonna go very, very far. Very, very far. All of them are ones to watch too. So yeah, that's nice to hear that is. So thank you very much for that.
no problem. And as I say, you take care, and thanks for
Thank
coming on.
you.
And hopefully, in a couple of months' time or down the line, we can get you back on again and
Definitely. I'll keep
see
you
how
in
you're
the
getting
loop.
on.
As soon as I get some details, I'll be back to give you all the information on it. So yeah,
Lovely. Okay, doke. Well, you take
100%.
care, Beccy.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye.
See you later. Bye. Well,
Okay.
Beccy Ferguson, she's got it all in front of her, but what a star she is going to be. As I say, it's JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Boxing Pin Badges. We wish her all the best. Take care, and we'll see you soon.